What if the true message of Christ was never about building churches, but about remembering who you truly are? What if this world you see every day, your job, your worries, your dreams, is only one layer of 12 hidden worlds that make up your soul's journey? And what if the pain, confusion, and emptiness we often feel are not punishments, but signs that your soul is trying to remember something ancient, a forgotten blueprint that Christ once revealed to humanity? In this video, we're going to explore Christ's forgotten blueprint, the 12 universes of the Nag Hammadi Gospels, one of the deepest and most beautiful mysteries ever discovered. Found in 1945 in the deserts of Egypt, the Nag Hammadi texts revealed that Christ spoke of a grand design, not just a heaven above and an earth below, but 12 levels of awareness through which every soul must travel to return to its source. These writings weren't about religion, but about self-knowledge, the awakening of the divine spark that lives inside you. Think about it. Why do so many people today, even those who seem successful, feel lost, anxious, or spiritually empty? It's because they're living in a world built by illusion, chasing validation, wealth, and approval, while forgetting the light within. This blueprint shows us how to awaken that light again, how to rise through each of the universes by healing fear, doubt, and guilt, and by learning to live from wisdom and love. So stay with me until the end of this video, because together we'll walk through 7 life-changing lessons from these forgotten Gospels. You'll understand how this ancient knowledge can transform the way you see yourself, others, and the world. And if this message speaks to you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join this journey of awakening. The truth has waited for you, and it begins right here.
Long ago, Christ's message was simple, powerful, and filled with light. He didn't come to start a religion. He came to remind people of something they had forgotten. He came to awaken the divine spark that lives within every human soul. But over time, his true message was buried under fear, rules, and control. What was once a path of awakening slowly turned into a system of obedience. The words that were meant to free us were twisted to make us follow. And the message of personal discovery became a story of guilt and punishment. Yet deep inside, something in us still remembers. It's that quiet voice that whispers, "There must be more to life than this." Imagine a sculptor who created a beautiful statue full of light and meaning. One day, he covered it with layers of clay, again and again, until even he forgot what it looked like. That sculptor is us. We have buried our divine nature under layers of fear, pain, and self-doubt. We have forgotten that we are made of the same light as the source itself. But no matter how many layers we add, the masterpiece is still there, waiting to be uncovered. In our modern world, we see the same forgetting everywhere. People chase after wealth, fame, and success, but still feel a quiet emptiness inside. We have more comfort than ever before, yet many are restless, anxious, and searching for meaning. This emptiness isn't failure, it's a signal from the soul. It's a reminder that no matter what we achieve outside, we will always crave the truth of who we are inside. Christ's true vision was never about worshiping an image. It was about awakening your own divine self. The Gnostics called this gnosis, the knowing of the soul. It is the moment you realize that the light you pray to has always been within you. When you begin to look inward with love, the layers start to fall away. You see that the kingdom of heaven is not far above the stars. It is hidden inside your heart. This is the beginning of rediscovering the blueprint, not through belief, but through remembrance. When you remember your own light, you begin to live the message that Christ truly gave. You are the temple, and within you, The divine still lives.
The ancient Gnostic writings tell us that creation is not just one world or one heaven, but a great living design made of 12 universes, each a different level of awareness, each a mirror of the soul's growth. Imagine them not as faraway places, but as layers of understanding within you. The lowest universe is where we forget who we are, where fear, separation, and confusion live. As we rise through each layer, we remember more of our true self, until we reach the highest universe, where only light, love, and unity remain. This was Christ's hidden map, a journey through consciousness that leads back to the source. There is an old story of a traveler who set out to climb 12 mountains. At the foot of the first, he saw only fog and shadow. He stumbled often, unsure where the path led. But as he climbed higher, the air grew clear and the sun began to shine. Each mountain revealed a new view of the world below, wider, brighter, and more peaceful. When he finally reached the 12th peak, he looked back and realized that every struggle, every fall, was part of the journey that taught him who he truly was. That traveler is each one of us. Life keeps giving us chances to climb, to learn, to forgive, to rise again. In our daily lives, these universes can be felt in small, simple ways. When we're lost in fear or anger, we live in the lower worlds. When we act with love, gratitude, and compassion, we rise into higher ones. Every kind thought, every healing choice is like climbing another step toward light. Even science today speaks of many dimensions and unseen realities. What the Gnostics knew long ago is that these dimensions also exist within our own spirit. Each of us is walking this sacred path, whether we know it or not. Every challenge, every heartbreak, and every act of kindness moves us through the hidden universes of the soul. The 12 universes are not just above us, they live inside our consciousness, guiding us home to the source that has never truly left us. And when we understand this, life stops feeling like chaos and begins to feel like a sacred journey back to the light.
In the Gnostic vision, there is a story about a being called the Demiurge, a false creator who believed he was the only God. He built the material world and filled it with rules, fear, and control. But he was blind to the true source beyond him, the realm of pure light. This story is not about a creature in the sky. It is a symbol for something inside us, the voice of the ego that forgets where it came from. The Demiurge lives in every human being as that small, proud voice that says, "I am separate, I am in control, I am alone." It makes us believe that what we see and touch is all that exists. In today's world, this false creator shows himself in new forms. He lives in the endless noise of comparison, in the screens that make us feel not enough, in the systems that feed fear and division. Every time we believe that power, beauty, or happiness can only come from the outside, we feed this illusion. The modern Demiurge is not a god outside us. It is the false self we build when we forget our inner light. It whispers that we must prove our worth, chase perfection, and fight to be seen. And the more we listen, the deeper we fall into the prison of illusion. There was an old story of a bird born in a golden cage. The bird sang for others, believing the cage was her world. One day, she saw a glimmer of sky reflected in the bars. She realized the door had always been open. The moment she stepped out, she felt the wind, and she remembered how to fly. We are that bird. The cage is made of fear, judgment, and the need for approval. But the truth is the door has always been open. Awareness is the key. When we awaken and see the illusion for what it is, its power fades. The voice of the false creator grows quiet, and the voice of truth, the divine spark, begins to speak again. Freedom does not come from fighting the illusion, but from seeing through it. The moment we remember that the world outside is not the master of our soul, we begin to rise beyond the prison, back toward the real creator, the source that waits with love beyond the veil.
The Gnostics taught that every human carries a small flame of the divine, a spark of the eternal source that never dies. It burns quietly inside us, even when we feel lost, broken, or alone. This spark is our true self, but over time it becomes buried under fear, guilt, pain, and the noise of the world. Many people spend their whole lives searching for meaning outside of themselves, in other people, in money, in praise, not realizing that the light they seek has been glowing within them all along. The moment we turn inward with honesty and love, that spark begins to wake, and life itself starts to feel alive again. There is a story of a woman who lost everything she loved. Her days were filled with sadness, and she saw no reason to go on. One morning, while sitting in silence, she noticed a small beam of sunlight shining through her window. For the first time in months, she felt warmth touch her face. Something inside her moved, a quiet reminder that light still existed. Day by day, she began to notice small things again: the smell of rain, the sound of laughter, the feeling of her own heartbeat. That was her divine spark awakening, the life inside her remembering itself. Awakening this spark doesn't require great effort or special rituals. It begins with awareness. When we sit in silence, breathe deeply, or choose kindness over anger, the inner fire grows stronger. Every act of compassion, forgiveness, and truth adds air to that flame. Meditation, prayer, and gratitude are not duties, they are ways of fanning the spark into light. We rise through choice, not force. Each time we choose peace instead of fear, love instead of judgment, we remove another shadow that hides our light. Even the smallest moments, a gentle word, a smile, an act of patience, are steps toward awakening. The fire within is the essence of who you are. It has never gone out. It only waits for you to notice it again. And when you do, the darkness begins to fade, and your life becomes a reflection of that divine flame.
In the ancient Gnostic stories, there is a divine being named Sophia, the embodiment of wisdom. She represents the deep knowing that flows from the heart of creation. Sophia once desired to create on her own, without her divine counterpart. In doing so, she fell from the higher realms into a world of chaos and shadow. This fall was not a punishment, but a lesson, a reflection of what happens when wisdom acts without love. Christ, the embodiment of divine love, descended to restore her, not through judgment, but through reunion. Their coming together symbolizes the sacred balance between love and wisdom, between the heart and the mind, that every soul must find within itself. This story is not only about divine beings, it mirrors the struggle inside us all. Many of us live like Sophia, guided by logic, goals, and knowledge, but cut off from the warmth of love. Others live with open hearts but no direction, moved by emotion but lacking clarity. Both paths lead to imbalance. True awakening happens when love and wisdom meet, when we think with compassion and feel with understanding. It is then that the soul finds harmony again. There was once a leader who worked tirelessly to achieve success. He was intelligent, focused, and disciplined, yet his heart grew weary. He led people with reason, but not with warmth, and soon his world felt empty. One day he paused long enough to listen to a child's laughter. In that simple moment, something softened inside him. He began to lead not only with his mind, but with his heart. His life and those around him began to bloom again. This is the healing of Sophia, the reunion of wisdom and love within us. When your heart and mind stop fighting, a new light begins to flow through your life. Your choices become peaceful, your relationships grow deeper, and your spirit feels whole. Christ's light awakens Sophia's wisdom, and Sophia's wisdom guides Christ's love. Together they create balance, the sacred rhythm of creation itself. And when that balance is found within you, your outer world becomes a mirror of harmony, beauty, and divine peace.
The ancient Gnostics spoke of 12 vast universes, not outer worlds among the stars, but inner dimensions of consciousness. Each universe is a layer of understanding, a step in awakening. As the soul travels through them, it moves closer to the source of divine light. These universes are not distant places. They live within your own being. Each one mirrors a part of your spiritual growth, from confusion to clarity, from fear to freedom, from illusion to truth. The journey through them is the soul's quiet return home. Imagine your life as a great staircase with 12 steps. Each step represents a lesson of awareness. At the first levels, we face our human struggles, doubt, anger, desire, and pain. These are the veils that hide the truth. As we grow, we learn to rise above them, not by fighting, but by understanding. Every moment of honesty, kindness, or forgiveness lifts us higher into the next universe. These steps are not about escape, but expansion, realizing that reality is much larger and more beautiful than we were taught to believe. One of the Gnostic writings, the Sophia of Jesus Christ, describes these universes as veils of light that separate the soul from its origin. To awaken, the soul must pass through each veil, leaving behind the heaviness of fear and remembering its divine nature. You can feel this even in daily life. Each time you face pain with love instead of anger, you move closer to the next universe. Each time you forgive, you lift the weight of 1,000 lifetimes. The climb is slow, but every act of awareness is a step upward. Modern science now speaks of multiple dimensions and unseen realities, echoing what the mystics already knew. These layers are not just out there, they are states of consciousness. When your mind becomes still and your heart is open, you begin to sense them. You realize heaven and earth are not separate. The 12 universes are mirrors showing your inner growth, your return to the source. When you awaken to this truth, you understand. Enlightenment is not a destination beyond the stars. It is the remembering of who you have always been, right here, within your very breath.
The ultimate teaching of the Nag Hammadi text is not something to study or admire from a distance. It is a call to live, to awaken, and to embody the Christ light within. Christ is not only a figure from history, he is a presence, a spark, a guide for your soul. The true blueprint he left is a way to navigate life, rise above illusions, and reconnect with the divine spark within. Each decision you make, each choice of love over fear, brings you closer to remembering who you truly are. This is the final step of awakening, turning knowledge into living light. In life, we often face challenges that seem impossible. Relationships break, careers falter, health declines, and the mind fills with doubt. But every struggle is a doorway to awakening. When you face anger with patience, disappointment with hope, or fear with courage, you practice the Christ light. You begin to see that these external trials are mirrors of inner truths. They reveal where your spark is hidden, where your heart is closed, and where your mind clings to illusions. By choosing love, awareness, and presence in these moments, you begin to awaken the light within and carry it forward into every action. There is a story in the texts about a seeker walking through darkness, feeling lost and afraid. At first, he followed the path blindly, stumbling into traps and illusions. But he remembered the words of the teacher, "The kingdom is within you." Slowly, he learned to walk with awareness, to listen to the spark inside. Every act of kindness, every moment of clarity became a step through the 12 universes, through veils of illusion, until he realized he had been free all along. The light had never left him. Living this blueprint means seeing the world differently. It means treating every moment as sacred, every encounter as a chance to awaken, every breath as a step toward remembrance. You are not waiting for salvation, you are embodying it here and now. The Christ light is not distant, it is within your heart, guiding your choices, illuminating your mind, and transforming your life. When you awaken fully, you live in alignment with the hidden architecture of reality. You become a living testament to the divine, walking as the blueprint Christ left for all who dare to awaken.
The journey through the Nag Hammadi texts is more than a story from the past. It is an invitation to awaken to who you really are. Christ did not come to create rules or control lives. He came to show that the divine spark lives inside each of us, waiting to be remembered. This spark is your light, your guide, and your connection to the source. It is always present, even when life feels heavy, confusing, or unfair. The challenge is not to search for it outside, but to recognize it within. The 12 universes described in the Nag Hammadi texts are not faraway places. They are layers of consciousness inside you. Each one reflects a part of your soul's journey, from fear to courage, from confusion to clarity, from separation to unity. Life gives us daily opportunities to rise through these layers. Every time we choose love over anger, patience over frustration, or truth over illusion, we climb another step in this hidden map. Each small choice shapes our path and moves us closer to our true self. The false creator, the demiurge, represents the illusions we face every day: fear, doubt, and the pressure to follow the crowd. But these are not stronger than the spark inside you. Every time you pause, breathe, and connect with your inner light, you weaken the hold of these illusions. Sophia's wisdom reminds us that love and understanding must guide our actions. When heart and mind are in balance, the soul can rise and the Christ light can shine fully. Living the blueprint means remembering that awakening is not somewhere in the future. It is here, now, in each thought, word, and action. By embodying the Christ light, you transform your life and the world around you. This knowledge was hidden for centuries, but it is available to you today. The spark has always been inside you, waiting for your awareness to ignite it. Choose to walk this path, step by step, and watch as your life becomes a reflection of the light, love, and freedom that Christ revealed long ago.